Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be exploring some Magic the Gathering Arena. I recently started playing this because I actually got the starter decks from my Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering set. So I did build a deck originally around this guy here, Jumbo Cactuar, who you may have seen on a previous video. Not a previous video of Magic the Gathering Arena, just on Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering, because I think the effect is quite cool, and I figured that there must be some way of being able to utilize that. So I did a little bit of research and got some suggestions of non-Final Fantasy cards that might be useful. So the ones I went with are Archdruid's Charm, if I can even say it, which basically allows you to find Jumbo Cactuar. This was the plan in the beginning anyway. But it also has like quite a few options, which is nice. It is 3 forest mana, which is a tad difficult sometimes. Also had Analyze the Pollen as another way of being able to get him out by sacrificing effectively some of your high mana cards from the graveyard. I usually use that for land, if I'm perfectly honest. And then Llanowar Elves, because that seems to be like a really good one with, then you can tap and get another early game, assuming that you do get him early game. So that seems quite useful. And they're the, and then later on, because I've also got Commercial District as well, allows me to surveil one, so I can put stuff in the graveyard to be summoned later. I think that's it for my initial setup. And then I went with the Soul Cauldron, because I found that even though I have 4 of these, people will target them, and of course for good reason, because she's there as my summoner. If I have this and she's in the graveyard, could be many copies in the graveyard, I can then give that effect to anyone else really. So it's not even for the 1/1, it's more for the summon ability. So then in theory anything could summon, anything that's permanent anyway. So my Llanowar Elves, my Cactuar could summon, which, you know, gives me other options. Gladius could summon, yeah, the Jumbo Cactuar as well and stuff. So it's not massive, but it's something. I've also been really enjoying using Buster Sword, one that I actually managed to pull from a pack the other day. Fantastic ability. You know, you need a 5 mana setup with an untapped creature, but if you want to get it off that same turn. But I think it makes people think because it actually gives you a lot of power and toughness, but also if you hit with anything half decent, even like a 2 or a 3 power, that then gives you a 5 mana for a Titan or a 6 mana for a Primal Odin. You don't get to do it very often, but the option is there, and particularly when you have some stuff that has trample. So Titan has trample, Esper Origins gets trample at the end, Gladius has trample, what else has trample? Oh, and Cactuar has trample. So that effect is actually pretty good, because then you can make him a 6/5. You do lose him at the end of the turn, it's quite heavy, but if there's something that you need to get out as well, then you can also do that as well, which is pretty cool. What else? So yeah, win conditions, trying to get Jumbo Cactuar with trample effectively, so you get through anything and hit the life points. Don't know if they're called life points. Sorry, I'm not if you are a Magic the Gathering aficionado, I do not know all the terms. I mainly played Yu-Gi-Oh ages ago, so that's more my thing. We can also get out a Primal Odin turn 2, once again looking for trample or something to get around whatever the opponent has, and we can do that. Well, we can't. Yeah, we actually have to attack, don't we? Combat damage. So I can't just straight up use self-destruct. So I don't really have a lot of options to remove things in this particular library. They're called libraries, aren't they? I have Bahamut that can come in and remove something. Odin can come in and remove something. Nibelheimer Flame is my big one. I only have 1 copy of that because it's pretty devastating when I have quite a lot of like low toughness cards that also, but then they're there for their abilities more than anything. So that one is kind of a Hail Mary, hopefully board wipe, usually with Titan, who is like an incredible card, I think, for this deck anyway. And then we have self-destruct as well. That's the other way. So usually sacrificing a Cactuar to take out a 3. That is like a 3 mana cost, which is quite high. I did think about the Suplex card that's in the Final Fantasy deck. Very much considered the Suplex card, and actually in a lot of cases that would cover up, or that would make up for what I want self-destruct to do. The only issue is I've won too many games of self-destruct by self-destructing Titan, because that's 7 points. And I get the thing about your enchantment creatures is you know that on turn 3 they're going anyway, so you kind of get the choice of whether you drop 7 life damage or drop 7 on an opponent's creature, or you take that and have trample. If you're not set up for the trample, then you may as well get better use out of him or anything else that you've got. So yeah, it's just kind of a gives you options. I think that's what I wanted, a deck that gave me options that allow me to think and make choices, and hopefully if I make the right choices I can find my way out of a situation. That's the idea anyway. I know it doesn't always work that way. I did have a match earlier where literally just drew my forest mana, and that was it. And I didn't have, but I had like a summoner, I had self-destruct, I had haste magic, I had Odin and Bahamut in my deck. That was the whole thing. Or maybe Buster Swords. That was the whole thing I drew. So nothing that could even get me started. But I guess that kind of happens when you don't play a mono deck. You're going to run into it. I mean, I've got, as far as I'm concerned, I've got plenty of 1 mana cards. No 1 mana reds, but 1 mana greens to get me. Clash of the Icons doesn't get me started. But Analyze the Pollen gets me another land. Cactuar gets me a 3/3 on the field. Commune with Beavers usually gets me a land if I need it. Which is actually quite a cool card. You get to pick up 3 and take 1 if it's a land or a creature into your hand. And so yeah, pretty powerful early on, not necessarily so good late on, but still, it's an option. Anyway, I'm digressing. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to now. Made various changes as I've gone through, and this is kind of where I've landed. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I've been on quite a decent enough run. But, you know, if I'll play like 2 or 3 games, and I've got some packs to open as well that I've been saving for the end of this video as a little treat. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, if I can get like 1 win in 3, I'll class that as a success. Because obviously some people are incredibly good and have decks with a very like good sole purpose. I kind of feel as though mine doesn't all the time. I get confused about what I'm trying to do. It more just happens by accident. Okay. I've had much worse hands than this, so I'm going to take it. I get to analyse the pollen first off, which for a land might seem a little bit... But, you know, I guess I should go for a forest, really, because I've got Archdruid's Charm, even though I won't be playing the forest next turn, I guess, ironically. But we'll see how we go, see what we're up against. And, yeah... I think it's always best not to second guess yourself too much. A 2/2 with creature you control, get +1/+1 to the end of the turn. That's not terrible. So sometimes I quite like to save, bring out turn 3 with a land so I can use the landfall ability. Because, as I say, pretty squishy. And people do like to target, which I think is what's going to happen here. Whereas sometimes it's better just to get the effect. Maybe should have Esper Origins, got my 2 life. Just it's difficult to know, I think, is the problem. Yeah, well, I can't stop you, can I? So now what I do is a lot more difficult. Because it would be quite good to see what I have coming up. Feels bad to ditch a land, particularly if I then need it. The Clash of the Icons isn't doing anything for me at the minute, nor is Haste Magic. No, it's tough. Jumbo Cactuar. Well, much as you love to see it. So I can put Fenrir in the grave. Take a forest. Take a forest. Can't Clash of the Icons. Can't really do anything. I'm at the behest of whatever this guy wants to do. And because I've got rid of Fenrir, I don't know, that might have been a bad move if he gets rid of my summoner. Just going to have so much presence, aren't they, very soon. I'm going to be a bit stuck, I think, is my only concern. It's not like I can leave enough mana with my haste to do anything. Which is a bit of a pain. Right, so what am I thinking? I'm not really. Yeah, okay, well let's do this. Let's get Fenrir on and down and get myself another mountain. Because there are some things that I need 2 for. Oh gosh, now what do I get rid of? Kind of really want to get rid of Jumbo Cactuar. Alright, I'm not going to. And then I could get him to fight something. I kind of feel as though... Oh, then I would lose Fenrir though, wouldn't I? If they fight. Indecision. I don't have any enchantment creatures in my grave either, so I'm a tad stuck at the moment. I mean, they can still do 3 damage to me. And, yeah, we're flying. Unfortunately, that is my one Achilles heel. There's many Achilles heel in the deck, but the big one is flying. Because I only have Titan, Bahamut, and Esper Origins when it transforms. Oh. That was mean. Although I do have this. It will cost me 3 mana though, so it does set me back quite a bit. But I'm going to say, how desperate am I for her? Is the other thing. Get myself one of my tapped lands. I've got a fat chocobo. Let's put him in the grave. He might just take it. Yeah, as expected. Part of me thinks maybe I should just go and get Titan to give us something. Unfortunately, I can't get a sorcery with Archdruid's Charm. Otherwise, I'd go and get Nibelheim. Oh, don't tell me you're going to nick this guy off me as well. That will be sad. Because now, in theory, I could get Jumbo Cactuar out. Get a landfall. Drop. That's the other way of winning, sorry. Drop Trample on him. Then I've got to find a way to get him haste. But I have haste magic. Just don't have enough mana, I don't think. But we can bring him out. That might be fun. Put the cat amongst the pigeons. Sorry, cats and pigeons. Does this say that they attack or they fight? What does fight mean? Oh, deals damage to the other. Okay. This guy needs to decide what he wants to do. Obviously, Cactuar is the threat at the minute. Whether he sees it that way or not, I suppose there's another matter. Especially if I had a land. I mean, I don't. I could get a land. With this. I kind of feel like that's mega risky, though. Although, if I'm going to have a Jumbo Cactuar deck, got to be done, hasn't it, I think? If we're still alive, I mean. Oh, that's it. We can get the opportunity. That's a shame. He must not have. I don't know what he had in his hand that meant we had to end it there, but okay. That's 1 of 3. I'm doing like a best of 3, but against random opposition. So I didn't expect to win 1, so I'm going to take it. Oh, that is a slightly rough hand. I do kind of always feel really stubborn though. I always think, oh, I should just go for it. You know, that's the hand I've been drawn. And then the one time I do decide to mulligan is very funny because it cost me big time. And I just only had forests. Luckily I've got this commercial district, which is nice. I do not like at all. Do not like. Right, I'm going to try and hopefully worry him a little bit. No, he doesn't care. No, he really doesn't care. He has disdain for me. Big disdain. Well, I mean, that's fair, I think. As would I. So now I need to decide if there's anything I'm going to do. Do I want a forest? What would that give me? 4. Oh, gosh. I'm quite a way off, aren't I? Do I swing? With 4? No, it doesn't give me anything. I'd be willing to take the risk if it was a little bit bigger. I'm just going to have to eat. I'm just going to have to eat 7, I think. Oh, gosh, this could get worse. What does this do when you redo it? I'm actually not sure. Can't believe that one's like 3 counters. It's incredible. Well, I didn't eat 7, but I did eat 5. Right, so that's 4. What do we reckon? Haste? I could haste and then self-destruct. Like, I just don't know what to do, because he's then going to get a 4, isn't he? Yeah, I think I've drawn badly. And may well have played badly as well. Shame I can't double haste, isn't it? Am I really going to have to eat 6? Oh, that's a shame. I'll still die. Man. Do I just cast this to get a druid? I'm going to do it. I would never say that I was in any way very good at anything that I do particularly. Because I'm not. But somehow, although he could have something obviously to remove, which would be fine. I mean, I feel like I've done what I can. I don't know what that thing does, but it looks scary. Number of lands you control. That is pretty scary. Oh, this is going to put me in a right quandary now. I don't know if that was the opportunity or not. I feel as though you could just sacrifice too much there. I'm too indecisive sometimes, definitely. Wow. I'm impressed. You're not going to attack? Oh, okay. Going for something even better, even sweeter. I'm kind of feeling as though there must be a way out of this. I don't know. Maybe not. What have I got? Fenrir. I've got my hammer in there. Do I have enough? 4, 5, no. Because they'll come tapped next turn. I'll tell you what, I'm glad that thing can't attack me this turn. My goodness. Oh man, I'm going to have to eat. If only I had one more mana, that would be lovely. Oh dear. Oh. Does that have haste as well? Oh my goodness. Well played. If you start messing around... Oh, okay. If you just go for the attack, I'll take it, but if you're going to start messing around, then I will not. Alright, 1-1. My indecision probably cost me there a bit. Should I have gone for Cactuar first and then... I probably should have done, shouldn't I, really? I did draw a land. Oh, I don't know. It's difficult. It's a tough one. But you don't know about him having, like, whether he had that in his deck the whole time. Oh gosh, this is not nice. But I've had worse. Don't know if I should have done that. I've gone for Commercial District first. Might be irrelevant if we choose to remove anyway. So, like Brynhilde, get another land. That didn't play out quite as I'd hoped. I'm gonna have to bin you because I need a land. This person loves gaining life. Come on, be a land. That's right. Probably wanted a forest so I could get Cactuar out, but that's okay. I'm very, very heavy here on the lack of lands. Oh, Menace and Mobilize. Taking the mickey. I was going to say, how come I was able to attack with Fenrir, but obviously it had haste, didn't it? I can't block you anyway, and then you're going to... I could block the 1-1, I guess. Alright, very good. That's a good thing I always forget about Brynhilda, is the haste element. Like, haste very powerful if it's not really going to cost you anything. It's not reason why that's not the reason I bring Brynhilda out, to be fair. At all. Oh, and vigilance as well. Right, pain in the ass. Alright. Don't have anything to get over that as of yet. Oh. Okay. However next turn, I'm going to say however next turn I will. Didn't fancy it. Well, there you go. Oh, I don't know. Okay, we'll do one more. As that one was half. Although if I lose, then it's going to be best of 5, isn't it? No, this is the last one regardless. Even if I get absolute trounced turn 3, this will be it. I'm sorry I didn't get to... I haven't yet been able to get Jumbo Cactuar off, but it is... There is a small... I have a small amount of amusement seeing the opponent's life at minus 9,900 and whatever. Over 9,000, basically. That's okay, actually. Wow. Oh, I hate this card. This is going to be such an annoying match. I can promise you that. Absolutely. Just going to be so much life gain. This just means I basically... What this basically means is I'm going to have to go for a win condition. So I'm going to have to go for an Odin or a Cactuar. Whether I will live long enough to do that or not. We'll see. I don't know if there's like an ability that deals your health gain to the enemy. Maybe there is. I'm not so sure. So that would give me 4. That just doesn't do anything for me. Next turn I can hopefully Titan. I've never seen this card before in my life. Oh, that was mean. Not completely unexpected though, I must say. Yes, I know, it must be tapped. I imagine he'll be a tad conflicted by seeing Titan. Oh, hopefully, anyway. I still can't do anything. Can also gain trample next turn, which is quite nice. And Clash of the Icons. And if I leave myself 2 mana next turn, I can then self-destruct. Do I want Buster Sword? Oh yes, I bloody well do. Should I attack? Yes. Okay. No, you don't. And then, because 7 is lower than 6, is that too much? I need a backup plan, to be fair. If not. Alright, Cactuar instead. Ooh. There we go. One with Odin. Very, very nice. Just what you deserve if you're going to play like that. I love it. Very good. I think a lot of it is having the experience to see a certain card go down and think, I now have to play the game this way. But yeah, that was quite good. I've got some coins as well, which I actually was going to spend on packs, but I believe that you can get an Odin thing. An Odin avatar or something? Although I totally forget where you get avatars from. If I'm perfectly honest. I can't even remember now. Is it here? Is there an Odin one? Oh, there's definitely a Cactuar one. Yeah. And a Tombury. But I think they're about 2,500 coins. Yeah, they are. So an Odin one might be cool. But as I say, it doesn't exist. Whether I want to spend the coins on that. To be fair, I've nearly got all of the Final Fantasy cards now, so I could do that. I'll have to think about it though. But I also have some of these really old Lord of the Rings ones as well. So I figured we will open them as well. Some guy looks a bit like Gandalf. A Gimli, counter of kills. Oh, very nice. Trample. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, Gimli deals 1 damage. Cool. Bombadil. Oh, Bombadil's the every mana 1 hexproof indestructible. That is a very, very cool card, to be fair. I have a very few real life Lord of the Rings ones. Breaking of the Fellowship. Oh, that's cool. But none of those ones on there. I've got Gandalf the White. I don't think any of these either. Haradrim Spearmaster, Troll of Khazad-dûm, 6/5. Can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. I like that. Storming of Moria. Storm of Saruman. It's a nice blue spell. And let's open last one. I don't believe you can even get these packs online anymore because they've been rotated out. Generous Ent. Galadriel Guide, Bag End Porter. Battle of Bywater. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, then create a food token. It's actually pretty useful. Right, let's get my 2 Final Fantasy packs open then. What did I get? I guess Malbra's the best one. Most interesting one from there. Ishgard, didn't have that one before. So that is a new card at least. And then... yeah, this is the closest thing to the elf card that's not in the Final Fantasy one. But it's 2 mana. And actually... they does have 3 defense, which, you know, does make it a much better blocker. So you kind of have to pick what you want to do. Triple Triad. Which is very nice. I considered putting it, don't know why, don't ask me, considered putting it in my deck because a lot of the cards from the summons then get exiled. So, oh, it has to be ones of the top deck. Okay, my bad. I read it wrong. But I don't know. It's such a high cost to do that. But then you don't pay the mana costs. So you kind of have to have like a really good amount of mana and then have lots of high value stuff that you can bring out, which might be good with like big summons and things, but you're clearly going to run a very heavy red deck in order to be able to set up Triple Triad. So there we go. I will have a look and see if there's... I think there might be some cards. I don't know why I'm even carrying on. This is the end of the video, basically, everyone. But I am carrying on because I am. Okay, there aren't any Odin card sleeves. I think the only other thing there would be is... Oh, what did I do that for? I can't get to grips with the Odin. Odin, you're my favourite summon. You won the game for me as well when I was recording for YouTube. You have my immortal thanks. So we have apply styles here. And presumably... Oh, no, I didn't... Oh, okay. I have crafted another one because I've misclicked. But there is a way to find out what other styles there are. I don't know. Anyway, I am digressing. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Many of you may think I actually maybe fooled into thinking that I might actually be good at Magic. I'm not. They were all really bad, which says more about them than it does about me. No, they're pretty good, to be fair. Some of the decks are... I like the variety in the decks, although some are not particularly very fun to play against, whether win or lose. So, okay. I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and bye for now.